to have that now?
Perfect. I have now.
So then we have it all recorded from all sides, hopefully.
Amazing, thanks.
Very good. Okay, so good afternoon, Tiago. So obviously we met briefly last week. So again, I'm Adrian and I work in the English department. And my colleagues here, Jerry and Anne, will also be participating today. So as you know, we're part of the Appeals Committee group. So the purpose of today really is to give you another opportunity just to discuss everything that you've raised with the college, any issues you have had. And obviously, we're an independent group of people that haven't been involved in any of the previous discussions. So really, it's to give you a fresh, I suppose, outlook on the situation and give you an opportunity to tell us everything that you would like to talk about. Okay? So if you'd like to start, I suppose really if you'd like to start at the beginning with regard to the original complaints that you raised, of which there were 3. So if you can just give us a general overview in your own words of what the situation was. If you can explain what led to those first of all.
Sure. I work with the same group in the 3 assessments. So in this assessment especially, I was feeling like put it away a little bit from the project, and the project was more controlled by Maria Belém. It is not complaint against her, not at all, because it was her project originally. So she took more the responsibility, and also they charge for pushing all the things. And I was feeling like I was feeling away of the group. And after one assessment that I had, I feel like was kind of the bullying or like excluding. But the beginning I thought was my feelings only. And after this assessment, I say, okay, maybe the girls have something like not being fixed with me, and that's why the reason was like the friends, you can reject someone else and the day after welcome. And at the same time I was having a crisis with like anxiety and everything about my assessments and about the IT module from the last semester. I was doing IT and also the operation management. So during the month between March and April, I was with the 6 models that I was already taking, and also was 2 models from the last semester. And I had no support, nothing. I emailed for Gianni talking about attendance, no answers, everything okay, don't worry. The first email that I sent to her was in November. And also I was asking for help for business finance. And the model Excel, I'm really struggling with, because I missed the first month of the course, 15 days, because I joined the last. I joined at least, was 14th, and I joined the 27th of September in the class. So I was in the wrong class. I joined later, and after that in the wrong class. And after that, in 2nd October, I had a procedure for emergency for surgery of the appendix, and I stay away from the class for more 3 weeks. Means the first 45 days actually I missed. For business finance, I'm not the math person, so I'm not with the calculation and everything, so it's kind of hard for me. So I was asking for help to them in November, and they say, no, don't worry, it's a continuous assessment. But I didn't know about what continuous assessment, because I was a new student. I joined the last semester. And also everything I was discovering with myself. So that's why between March and April, I was feeling like maybe this feeling is just myself, just I am feeling that. And wasn't the girls. And after that, I say, okay, maybe the girls was thinking about it. And I say, normal relations, so no point at all to, even though make any complaints about it. But the complaint came when I went my grades at the same as my module right now. And instead of the 3 assessments, I have 2. I have CA1 and CA2B. C1 And CA2B, I have there. CA2A, I don't have. All my colleagues, they have, except me. So CA2A is the writing, the project. And this is my point that I'm having argued with Neha about it, because she was refusing to adjust that, even though she provided documents for me in 6th of June, 16th of June, I think. Means since of June, we already have this information, we already have this kind of issue to fix it on Moodle, and she's refusing. I applied for operation management, and that was 31st May. Until today, my grades not updated. So I mailed her 3 times, and after that, and I'm avoiding, not because avoiding, I'm forbidden to keep contact with the college. I just can contact with the college through the DM. So I cannot email anyone, otherwise this person is going to send to her and she's going to reply to me. However, even though any information that I sent to her, she copied John and Neha. So I'm feeling like it's kind of share information about me, and I don't know the name is, like put it in exhibition, like an oversight. So means the same as the last week. I request for the PUP for maintenance, and she shared with Neha and the Gianni this information about my financial situation. And I asked Neha, I asked Mary, why you are sharing them? And she said, no, because they must know if the immigration or guardia come to visit the college. I said, okay, but why Neha and Gianni? Not another person, not one manager, not someone else. And I started analyzed about it. So the results from the investigation came from the chair of ACMA, something like this, AMC. And AMC is Gianni. Gianni couldn't get involved in that because she is part of my complaints. So she cannot answer, she cannot email me. So how she got the results and sent to me? I'm not complaining about like in behaving that he make on purpose to do something wrong. No, but it means if you were checking by the procedures, she's supposed not to be there. So why she's there? Why she's working as a chair in that committee if she can't? So the same as for Katie and David for the last committee appeal. I say to Mary, they are part of my learning complaints, because my learning complaints, I don't know how to fill the learning complaints. I figured out by myself, because Neha give any information, nothing. She just say like, I don't know what I mean, no make sense, it is wrong, there's not right. Okay, what's right? How is the way that I have to follow to achieve the goals? No, nothing. So the last time, 2 days ago, I mailed Mary, and it kind of such strange because I mailed Mary, and the answer came from the email from Neha. So the questions that I did for Neha, Mary answered for me. So through her mail, and the way that Neha she used to do. So I know since May I'm talking with Mary and Neha, so I know about how can they recognize the language, the way that they express themselves by writing. And for me, it was Neha writing down using the Mary email. So it's a really word, because how Mary answered for me one email with the questions from the Neha. And I asked her, okay, Mary, where's the email came from? It's not forbidden, okay, but Neha needs to forward the message for you, and you have to forward the message for me. So it's not just copy what I wrote there and send to me and say, oh, you sent to her. Yeah, but what's the proof that the message before was the way that the message is coming from? So it's kind of a word, because I asked her about the update my Moodle, and my Moodle is still out of data, so it's still not updated. Market research, I have nine marks. business strategy. I have 21 marks in an assessment, and I don't know if you get it, the forms, because I have 7 forms applied between this process of the investigation, because the manual says the investigation learn complaints is on procedure, 1 investigation, 1 investigator, and they took the 3 learned complaints, and now I'm forbidden to talk with the college, means the investigation became me, not the complaints. So I am the person being investigated, not the complaints. I mean, about the holiday, assessment applying the holiday, no answers. Just like, oh, I Googled and I found nothing. Okay, I did Google. So if I apply the form and ask the college if it's right, I'm have doubled. So I'm asking the college if it's right to apply for assessment in the bank holiday. And the investigations just reply me and say, oh, I Google and I found nothing. And also the suggestion that I have for Zoom, she revert everything about my suggestion. And I don't know if you're watching the interview, she was pushing me to how can I say, downgrade my contribution in the project. And the same results that she reported, she told me during the investigation. She told me during the interview. She said to me, oh, maybe you didn't contribute enough. Maybe you contributed just a little bit, not enough to give grades. Because in your review, your colleague says that. I say, okay, but the lecturer, he cannot take a decision related to what they listen from the others. So they listen the group. All right, it's missing 1 person. Let's talk with this person. And no, I had no chance. And the review process, like the recheck process when you have, I'm saying that because I was reading in the manual, is the time that we sit down with the teacher and the lecturers, and we can talk about the assessment, because you can find out what the assessment was looking for from us, like which kind of the way that we supposed to express ourselves. And I didn't have this process. I don't know how this process works. I just know by the procedure that I was reading in the manual. And also I was trying to talk about it with Neha, and there was like short answers, very polite, no customer service at all. So it's a kind of like a really hard. And for me, it became hard after this investigation. I was being named as an abusive person, and I was behaving considerate harassment against the college and the lecturers and my colleagues. So for me, it's really hard to read. And after that, the next Monday, I received the message from Mary. Once more, I was asking her about the records for our meeting. That's why in the last week I refused the meeting. And this meeting was the first time that I said to her, hey Mary, I'm feeling bullied in the college. I'm feeling under discrimination or putting away from my colleagues or my lecturer or the staff. I don't know, I'm feeling lost, because every time I'm trying to find information, trying to find the ways to get there, to achieve the goals, I was feeling like the group is right there and they're right here. If I go to that point, the group is going to go to another one. And it was my feeling. I was feeling guilty because of this. So, and after that, with this situation, like the grades, and also I'm feeling like this since May. So like actually since 27th April. So think about this, is September, I couldn't go home. I'm feeling like a completely lost, put it away from the college. I'm feeling bullied. I'm feeling discriminated. I'm feeling intimidated. So I was trying to talk with Mary yesterday about the documentation, that I would like visit the college for the first time. So, and I would like see my documents, my assessments, all the things that I did during the year. And she said, no, we need to prepare. I'm going to send you by email. I said, no, I would like to see. I would like to go to the building and see the building is real, because this situation for me becomes so out of the reality. I don't believe that I'm Dorset student anymore. So, because this situation is so incredible, so like a illusion, that's sometimes I think just on my mind, just my head, because no makes sense at all. Why I'm still having argued, why I'm still emailing again and again and again. If my colleagues had 3 assessments and I had 2, why I need to talk about this every single day? Why I cannot go outside because I'm afraid colleges email me or send a message or give me a notification to a meeting. The same as this one I received yesterday. And I spoke with Mary yesterday. I say, Mary, Friday, I'm not available because she was inviting me to go to college today. So I'll say, okay, but I have meetings. So how am I going to college? No makes sense. Let's say we couldn't meet because my main issue right now is this, the way that she's treating me. So in special, this meeting was really important to the college because I don't know how many times during the year one person feeling like this, feeling bullied or feeling discriminated. I don't know how many students. She told me is 1,100 students every single year, every single cycle. How many of them are feeling like this that I'm feeling since May? And Neha and Mary as well, and also the Mary, the investigator, she mentioned like as emotional support, she sent you a chocolate in the Christmas. Chocolate, €1.50. Was really important for me. It was the only present that I got. So, but after that, I thought, oh my God, that thing was so important to them to push against me instead of like, no, Thiago, let's do something. And I didn't request free support, free medical assistance, nothing. I asked information. I need help. I need support. I need emotional support. I need to see one GP. I need help with my vaccine. And she used my phrase that I say, I'm staying locked in my bedroom from May. So I'm going out just like necessary because I don't have like a social life anymore. For sure, the coronavirus as well, but like friends, I had nothing like to going outside I cannot see my friends. And after 10 minutes, I'm going to start talking about Dorset because this is a feeling, it's burning on me all the time. So I'm feeling like isolated and asked the college so many times, I need support. I need one person like, go to this clinic, go to that hospital or something like this. Nothing. The only support that I got was from James Hospital because I'm a patient from there. And also I had a surgery last year. So about the surgery, okay, that's fine. I was a new student, but even though this is a kind of like a previous event that could be taken relevance instead of make accusations or saying 400 emails. I emailed 175 emails to Neha since May. And also 30% of them was answer the same thing, and she was replying me, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Is everything okay? The same as she did yesterday, 2 days ago from the Mary mail. For me, I could see Neha writing down that because exactly the way that she used to do. Like I mentioned to do this, you mentioned, you asked me so many 1,000 times, don't mention this anymore. How?
Can I just ask on that point, Tiago, when you mentioned, because you mentioned this earlier, obviously, that when you felt that you were getting emails from Mary, that they might have been coming from Neha, and when you got emails from Neha, you felt that it was Mary's words. I don't know the full situation or the background to that, obviously, but do you think it might have been possible, for example, if you asked Mary a question that was something related to what Neha might deal with, do you think she might have asked Neha and copied in Neha's words into her response to you and the other way around? So if Neha needed something a little bit more managerial level, something with the quality control, she might have asked Mary, and then Mary might have given her a description of the situation and she might have copied those words into her email. Do you think that might have been possible?
Yeah, it might possible. And also, I think this is the right way to do. But the problem is, the message came in the Mary email without any previous message before that. The previous messages was my message to Mary, means exactly like a copy from the one box and passed to another box. There's no like a sender. Where is this message came from? Nothing. Oh, we spoke about this, and she told me you asked this. No. Oh, I'm going to answer your questions and this. It's okay, but these questions I sent to Neha, not for you. So I'm really like explicit since Hughes, he said to me, don't message me anymore until the end of the investigation. The investigation is gone. I cannot talk with, I cannot message Kate because I tried to message Kate twice and she sent to Mary, and Mary pushed me to say, hey, don't text me anyone, just me. You have to text me and I'm going to follow the message. However, she was following the message, but also she was sharing my information, like the financial information. Why she copied Neha and Gianni? Why my financial information is related with them? So the examining officer and operation lead, I don't know why. It does not make sense. I'm not saying like, one person can send a message for one person, and this person has to forward the message to another one. Because when I'm going to reply one message, I say, okay, guys, this is a message that came from this person, and here's the previous message from there. That's the way that the message came to get me. Not just like the box without any relation around.
Yeah. Fair enough. Can I just bring you back to one thing you mentioned earlier as well, just so we have the full picture, because sometimes maybe certain little details might not be mentioned in the written documentation also. When you talked about one of the original complaints, so with regard to the group assessment, you mentioned that the other members of the group complained, obviously. What was the nature of the complaint and how did that affect your assessment results?
I just figured out when I got the review.
Mm-hmm.
They said nothing for me. They lectured nothing. No one, nothing. Because my complaint is not I want to receive the grades that I don't deserve. The way that I was writing down the investigation. No, my colleagues has 2A, 2-1, 2A, and 2A. CA1, CA2A, and CA2B. I have CA1 and CA2B. I don't have CA1, CA2A. This is the writing. It's a 50% for waiting. I don't have. So the transcriptions confirm that. The range confirmed that. The Neha confirmed that since June. The grades came was become public was the 50th of June. The day after, actually the same night, I mailed to Peter and I say, hey Peter, my grades is something wrong because it was a 3 assessment and I just have 2. He didn't reply. He replied me 2 weeks after and he said to me, if you're not happy with your grades, you can appeal. That's it.
So can I just confirm then from that, are you saying you got no grade for the third assessment or you didn't pass it? What happened with that third assessment when you contacted your lecturer?
He just said like, if I'm not happy, I have to appeal.
Mm-hmm. But with that particular grade, did you get a grade there for the assessment for the CA2A? You got no grade at all? Okay.
Nothing. I have the documents provided by Neha. She provided me these documents. And 400 emails, maybe 20 of them is relating just about this. And she's still refusing to correct my Moodle. My Moodle is still with 9 marks. The first assessment, CA1, is 40%, and actually is a 20. CA2A is a 50%, and CA2B is a 30%, 10% is support research, like the presentation, and 20% is like the performance during the presentation. I skipped the presentation because I was sick, and I mailed to the girls and said, girls, I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not sure if I'm going show up tomorrow. Nothing, no complaint. The day after the presentation, I could understand that they are probably upset with me, and I was feeling horrible as well because of the anxiety. But I say, okay, that's grand, because if they're upset, at least they're going to complain about me. And also, I'm not going to inside of the presentation, because the presentation, the video is not the original one. To get the video class, I don't have. Like, I have the video class of market research, because I ask every single day with Mary, and also with Neha. And Manon, you're from IT, so I mailed her, Neha, a lot of times asking about IT issues, IT questions, and she didn't send any person. I just found your email by the website. So because it could be allowed, I was okay, normal, that's grand. But for one new student, it's not normal. It's not normal to treat one person like that. And especially when I say, okay, hey, take it easy, I'm new. So everything is new. I just know the process from my country and Brazil and here. In Brazil and here is a huge difference between the systems, how the things works. There I'm a teacher. So here I'm feeling I am a student for sure. I'm really proud of this. But it was exactly is a really, really different systems. So I was saying like, hey, take it easy. I'm enjoying the last year. All my colleagues know each other, so they are already there to have the graduation. So I worked hard to get there. So I'm not complaining about, oh, I received 5 grades or 0 and I skipped the process and I need, no. I'm saying I had 3 assessments, my colleagues had, and I had 2. And 2 of them is a change to the weighting. And this is the information I email and I inform the examining officer since the day after of the grades, these results were shown, like were available. So since June, July, August, September. And also in May I was dealing with just market research because I saw that the information right there. And the business strategy, is wrong as well. Neha sent to me one print screen of like the weightings, but actually was like the system is open. I can share with you after. It's like the administration, the management screen, and there you can see like to click and change the weightings. So it's like a 50-50. And she sent me this print screen, and I say, Thiago, is everything okay? I say, yes, but my view is not, and I send my print screen. And the same print screen that I sent 3 days ago. And she just replied, everything is okay. The grades are going to be updated in the 7th of September, next week. I say, okay, but my first semester, I say to you, don't ask me this anymore. Is Mary. And the way that Neha used to answer. I'm not saying like is using spying, hacking, no. But the way that writing down that message, I could read like exactly Neha. Was the first time that I saw that situation with from Mary email. Mm-hmm. So I'm not accusing, I'm not doing any allegations. That's why I'm saying a lot of issues that I have with the college, I was keeping to myself because I was feeling guilty from that. So, but deleted my meeting with the DM about her husband and bullying. This grade is still there. 2 assessments for me, 3 assessments for my colleagues. And the weight is completely wrong, completely different. 20% become 40 and 30% become a 60. And why become 60? Because I skipped the presentation. And the investigation said the part B, one paragraph, everyone must talk. But she didn't copy the previous messages. She didn't copy the first, the part A, the part A, the part B, the full initial of the assessment. She just copied like a part B, everyone must talk. I said, okay, what can I do? Oh, you can do just appeal. So that's why I'm here. But I said to Mary, you are part of my complaints. And after that email, when you said to me, our video after 2 months, I'm asking you almost like a 3-4 days, I'm asking you about this video. You just said to me, this video is not available anymore. Don't ask me this anymore. I hope this clarified. This is the way that Mary always finished her emails. I hope this clarified. And think about this, like, how I can clarify this? It's kind of hard. That's why I respect your time. I respect your time, my masters. But I don't feel nothing. They're going to change nothing. Unfortunately, I'm really like, I'm not disappointed. I'm frustrated. For sure, I'm frustrated because I spoke with his one. He called me and I said, no, next week, let's have a Zoom meeting because I would like to talk with you. Since his call, he's gone. No more contact. No more answers my mail, nothing. And I didn't ask him for help. I didn't ask him to listen me or to have a meeting at Zoom with me. No, I didn't. He offered himself because he made a mistake. And he called me to ask for apologize himself about the mistake in the uploaded one person. I think Manon knows about this, like one person assessment. They uploaded on my page. So I say, guys, there's one assessment from one person that I have no idea who is. And I spoke with Neha. Neha said, no, it's a tutor. The tutor is doing one test in a tour and turn it in. I say, okay, but this assessment is not just one blank page. It's a full assessment. It was 10 pages or something like this. Like the full name of the student, the course and everything. I was so like scared. And I say, Neha, hello, take it easy because it's not normal. Oh, it's a test. That's it. I say, no, I would like, so is it my tutor? Ask him to email me. And I say, Thiago, I did this test. It was a mistake. That's it. Don't worry. Because every time that I was trying to do something, GPDR, they refused to say to me, my class representative. I cannot have access with this information. They refused me. They denied me, actually. Class representative. So how can I accept one person assessment uploaded on my page? To turn it in. And also I don't have a user to turn it in. I just have the Moodle and I use the Moodle if the lecturer make this system available. I cannot go to turn it in and I check it, how my assessment is, if I had a plagiarism or not, because I can have one attempted, one submission I cannot try. So after that, I cannot try anymore. I'm not saying this is right, this is wrong, but this kind of doubts and questions I'm getting, I'm finding with myself. So, and a lot of them, no answers yet. And I'm finished with the Dorset right now. And a lot of the questions that I have, I'm going to carry with me.
And can I just ask you then, Thiago, just to be clear on the other elements. So you've spoken a little bit about the assessment, obviously, and the group situation. You mentioned briefly the assessment on the holiday. Can you just explain what that is in relation to? So that was the assessment on the bank holiday.
The assessment was applied on the bank holiday. It was a Monday from 9 to 1 p.m. And there was a question. And why I had my question, the college listened my question, if I applied the learning complaints. Neha refused. Gianni didn't answer me. Kate as well. So they say, okay, the only way to someone else give you an answer, learning complaints, because review is not. The review and appeal is not. So which ones? Doesn't have like a suggestion, ideas, or key forms, nothing. Just a review, appeal, and learning complaints.
And with regard to that, then the original issue was the fact that the assessment was on the bank holiday. Is that was the initial problem? Yes.
It's not the issue; it's a question.
The question, yeah.
Because as I say, I'm a new student, so if I had another courses before, I could say, okay, there's a law here, so that's why I'm trying to mix and recognize about my culture and about the Ireland culture. So it's a forbidding, because in my town it's forbidding, so we cannot apply. At least it was like the federal test, federal exams, like for big national one. The college cannot apply during the holidays. So that's why I asked first Kate if it has like questions or something like this. I asked Neha and I asked Gianni. Neha, she did reply. No, just Kate replied me. Neha and Gianni, no. So I applied for learning complaints. But I emailed you guys yesterday as well. So about the forms, I asked Neha 6 times to send to me the forms was used in the investigation. I have no documents, nothing. I have no.
Sorry, just with that, are you referring to the original documents you completed to describe your issues with the situation? Is that what you mean when you talk about the documentation?
Sorry?
So when you say you're looking for documentation, do you mean the original documents you submitted with the detail of what you were unhappy with or your questions?
No, some documents I would like to see, because in this process, to apply for review, I must just send a form. But I found a way to fill the forms by myself. So maybe I send 3, 4, 5 forms. So I say, Neha, this one's okay, no. This one's okay, no. This one's okay, no. Say, Neha, I think twice I say, Neha, you know what I need. So there's not a lot of students in this situation. So fill one form for me and show me, oh, Thiago, this is the way that you have to fill the forms. That's it. No, that's not wrong. That's not right. That's not this. That's not that. Today I was checking my emails, and I found 4 emails that said like, your information is not clear. You'll have to do this. You have to do that. And also, she didn't say to me that I have to attach documents for the review to appeal, because I was talking with her. So I thought, okay, the documents that you sent to me, you are going to be used on there. No, nothing. And it make me feel so like angry, because the investigator, she said, I didn't send any documents to ground my evidence. I sent to her 6 documents during the interview, plus 3 documents in the chat. Was 9 documents. What are they? 400 emails that she called, she said to me, could be understanding as a harassment. 400 emails. Where those 400 emails was related to? So,
yeah. And can I just clarify that in one of the original documents you submitted, you talked a little bit, and I think you've mentioned that earlier as well, about the issue of antisocial behavior and in the review process itself related to your market research module.
Sorry, repeat please.
So one of the original forms you filled, let's call it a complaint form, you discussed the element of antisocial behavior with the review process for the market research module.
Okay, so the review in the market research said about the The group told the tutor that I did participate, and that's why I got 0. And the review has CA1, CA2A, CA2B. My Moodle, I has CA1, CA2B. The review. The investigation, repeat again the same information that came from the transcription. And Neha is still saying, is there everything okay? There's nothing to adjust. Okay, so the anti-academic behavior, I don't believe my colleagues did that. I don't believe, especially for the investigation. They said, to avoid any problems, we write down our summary and uploaded this version and sent to him another one. It's a fraud. It's a cheating in the assessment. I can see one person in conscience saying these kind of things for one investigator. I cannot thinking about any idiot confession, make a confession about, hey, I did this, this, and that, but for him I did this. It's a cheating. It's a fraud. And there's not anti-academic behavior. She finished her report say, I didn't find any anti-academic behavior from the staff, members, or the lecturers. Say, okay, mine she found. Send one person, one version, and upload another one is not anti-academic behavior. So I asked him, Mary, say, Mary, this anti-academic behavior, I'm going to take your decision by yourself and are going to push outside of my appeal. She said to me, this is your opinion. Your opinion you have to express in your appeal. I said, no, it's not my opinion. It's write down the manual. I'm just asking you, did you read this? Are you going to take decision about this? Do you want me put me away? Because if I'm talking about something about this situation, the decision is not mine. This decision comes from her to expel this person's or suspension or punishment or any kind of like this. Because I am being punished since May. I'm the only person in my class that I didn't have holidays. All my colleagues are traveling home, and I was the only person stuck here in Ireland, even though when the borders was open. I'm here in Dublin yet. Because of the situation, because I cannot travel, because I have no sure about what's going to happen tomorrow. Since yesterday morning, I didn't know about this meeting. So yesterday, I was trying to go to college and I was refused. And after that, I received a mail from Mary saying about the meeting, going to abandon it or going to stuff like this. I'm feeling like I'm living, I'm having my life is like one day by day, because I'm not sure about what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Hopefully, won't to happen nothing around the college. Just Monday. It was like a Monday, and I have to wait until the end of the day because something could happen. Thursday, Wednesday, and since May, I'm just doing that. So it's really hard. And about these issues, the business finance, I have more issues about this. So, but I don't want any issue and any solution about it, because there's more things the college is not being able to fix it. So the criminal ones, I'm going to try and find another help, external help. Because even though this kind of issues with a system, the college not being able, the college don't believe in their own documents. Because I'm not saying that, oh, I'm crazy, I need to have 200 waiting for the assessments. No, the initial of the assessment, that's what I want in the Moodle. It's my right. The lecturer can change after, but when he is going to change this or her, must to say, class, I changed the rules like this, and that. And I watched all the video classes. There's no changes. And after that, the investigator, she was trying to put me down, saying, did you not contribute enough? And how she was designated to make the investigation, if the forms was sent 1 day after. Neha, she replied me, the email that I copied you guys yesterday was this: the business finance was a learning complaint, bank holidays. There's no market research attached to that. Okay. I want to see those documents. Where these documents came from. Because the same information that I received from Mary, how I can know the messages are true, how I can know like one person is using the email for other, because this message I sent to Neha, not for Mary. I have now my financial information in Neha's hand and Jen's hand. I'm not saying that they're going to make crazy things, no, but the GPDR denied me information about my class represent, but they have my financial information. They have my PPS card, they have my passport, they have all my information in that letter that don't belong to them. So the psychological damage is one more. There's feeling like being harassing or discriminating the college. It's a small thing. Yeah, it's a small thing. But I'm still beating in the same of my assessment of the writing. And they call me abusive or harassing, and I didn't contribute enough.
And can I just ask, you mentioned also your attendance recording on Zoom. Could you just explain that particular situation? That was one of your original points also.
I don't think it's relevant because this is my main point. So there's not the one I don't want to talk about, because we're going to spend wasting our time. Because that's what I'm saying. I feel so frustrated. I feel so disappointed with the college. I don't want any more things extra instead of my rights. My rights is the fair treatment, fair judgment, fair evaluations. So I don't want to reading on my assessment or demonstration of learning. The correction, the feedback of 4 questions in my assessment is poor demonstration of learning, poor demonstration of learning, poor demonstration of learning, poor demonstration of learning, 4 times. There's not like this question is wrong, like these, there's no like how can I say, compliments or feedbacks to improve, to help, to grow up. No, poor demonstration of learning, poor demonstration of learning, poor demonstration of learning, 4 times. This is my grades in the final exam in business strategy. I got 22, last one of penalty. Is hard, especially because the 21, but 21 for the question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, no, 21. And I asked in the review, appeal, and learning complaints. These learning complaints are 7 forms. They never just ignore my emails. She just like I don't know which part of the word she is, but she just ignored. The same as my mail yesterday. My mail yesterday, I don't share this kind of things to not how can I say, overexposing those persons, but I'm full. This kind of conversation that I have here, I'm supposed to have a lot of documents from the college. I have none. The investigation, they described me horrible way. And they meet Gianni at the same time that she met me. So a lot of mistakes that like in a court, is like how they do it. How one person called another one abusive, harassing, and finish the report say, I didn't see any anti-academic behavior. How one person can say like 400 emails and none of them are relevant. So that's why attendance and the bank holiday is not my issue now. My issue now is I am being harassment, and I'm being discriminated, and I'm being bullied by Neha and by Mary Gordon. So this is my allegation today. So this is my main point. This is my main issue. And she said to me, she reported to guard and stuff like this, and she didn't answer me this anymore. The video of our meeting is not available anymore. So unfortunately, 2021, I'm the student being a victim of harassment in the Dorset College. And I'm fighting since May, because starting by bullying from my colleagues or just normal behaving between the students, and the way that the manager took this situation, and that they is I could have eyes like it's more cube and become a snowball, and there's a hurricane that we are now talking about this again. So
And can
I just have this issue right there, today. So attendance, I don't want to talk about this because we are going to waste our time. If you have other things more important to talking, if you're going to my Moodle, you're going to see that those information that I'm talking about. And also I created a group in the platform in the office, and I'm going to put you guys as a members, and also Mary, Neha, and everyone, because there you can see the platform that I used for my studies, for my projects inside of the Dorset College domain. So why those information are not relevant to say if I contribute or not? And also to the investigator, I sent to her the link, I mailed her from the group, nothing. Neha knows about this group, Peter knows about the group, everyone. I think Peter doesn't work anymore with Dorset because there's a only reason that he is not answered the academic email. And that's the reason that college is pushing the responsibility through him, because they say, oh, the tutor say this because the members say to tutor. No messages, no emails, nothing, just talking. So because I'm thinking like it was a small mistake, and because of the management of the situation, becomes this situation that right now. So I said to Mary, if I was the manager, at May, I took a decision over there, because the decision was, okay, let's make a live, or here's your Moodle, show me your Moodle, your point of view. Okay, that's it. My grades in employment relation was wrong. During our conversation in that meeting that was deleted, in that meeting, she recognized and she corrected exactly time. She said to me, no, Thiago, is it right? Is it wrong? I'm checking here in the system. Tomorrow we'll be fine. And it was.
Okay.
So that's something, being victim of harassment or discrimination by Neha and Mary, because of these situations attached with the others, bring me today here. I'm supposed not to be. I'm supposed to be in Brazil, enjoy my family. I'm still here. And why Neha is refusing to adjust the Moodle if she provides the old documents that I have, transcription, print screen, range, confirmation of my name was in the project. She sent me that. And the why is not correct yet.
Okay. So can I ask then, Tiago, obviously you've spoken a lot about everything here and you've given a lot of detail, so there's a lot for us to think about as well. I suppose the most important question out of all of this now is, what would you like to see happen from this? What do you want to see happening from now on?
I'm afraid to say that, because every time that I say to that, came another things completely opposite. The same as when the Marines finished the investigation with me, she asked me the same question, and she accused me as abusive and her husband, the college. So I prefer don't create any expectation, and also to not be open for something get worse than this. So I prefer not.
But is there something that could be done, let's say, to make you feel happier right now, whether it's within the college, whether it's directly related to what we're talking about now, or even anything else outside of that, even if it is outside of college? Is there anything that could improve your quality of life, make you feel happier in yourself, make you feel happier about everything? Apart from all of this, or anything at all that you feel might help you?
Okay, so I'm able to dream. That's what I'm saying, like a simple thing is not just yet. So that's why I don't think anything else, otherwise one ice cream that I can buy sometimes. But I would like my money back. This I really, really like, because I didn't learn with Dorset. I didn't go to Dorset to learn. The result today, I spend more time being victim of the discrimination and suffering about from something instead of to stay inside of the class. And I'm not talking about my surgery time, nothing. And I'm not talking about the first month and a half that I lost and I missed. I'm talking right now. So I started speaking with Kate about my feelings was in March, but I'm not pushing the responsibility to her, but I mean, from there, and the college said to me about the chocolate sent to me in the Christmas. So I would like to buy this chocolate and send it back to the college, to not have this as emotional support to anyone, because it's not. If you are going to remember after, it's not emotional support. You are sending a person one product that this person did a request, and after that you're sending the bill. So it's not fair, it's not right to write down this kind of information. So I would like my money back. I'm dreaming. I'm completely making illusions now. I would like my money back, my grades correct exactly the way that I spoke with Neha in the first 2 weeks in June, because since of that, nothing changed, just become worse. Because the information that she got, she sent to me, she provided me, she refused now. She denied now. She is saying she don't want to do. She don't need to do. She don't need to listen to me. And also I cannot email anyone. So include my lecturers, I cannot email them. I can email just Mary. So I would like to Mary answer me, read my message before answer me and not share with another person. I would like Neha doing the same, because this email with a business finance and she replied me with marketing research, she copied Gianni. And the original email had only business finance. And the marketing research was sent in 16th, 2 days after the committee appeal. The committee had a meeting. So how Mary got that investigation? So if you correct my grades, if you correct my model, I'm thinking I'm going to be able to finish my graduation instead of a business finance, because I need to repeat all the 2 semesters, because math is not things that if you don't know, just apply, just read the theory right now and tomorrow we'll do. I tried this assessment this week. I hope I can get something, but related with my feedbacks that I got from Neha grading one assessment of me, of mine, with a 4.5, 4.6 is a multiple choices, and every question was a 5 points. So how she got 4.6? How she found 4.6? And Neha, she's targeting me. I was trying to analyze that since last semester, because last semester 3 grades that I got was in a leadership letter. I have to check the model. Actually, it's a Jerry, the model. She graded me my assessment without the document, because the document is attached in the first one. And she say, oh, the document is found, 40. The repeat assessment, I got penalty for 40, and she graded me 20%. Means I lost into the average of 40. Inside of the average of 40, penalty was more worth half of that. And that's what she is going to do right now. That's why I choose which assessments I was needing to do, because I was pushed to do the assessments. So I did the business finance because it's a live or die. So I tried at least something. I did marketing research. I uploaded the same original project that I got from the girls, because I was part of that. So I really, really want that original one be graded and this repeat deleted. I will be happy. And about my feedback in the business strategy, because I don't think it's a professional way to say to a student or demonstration of learning 4 times as a grading and assessment. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a right way to do.
Okay, well, from my point of view, I think I've got the information I need. I just want to see if anyone else has any other questions for Tiago. Is there anything you'd like clarification on here? We're happy with everything.
No, I think, yeah, that was quite detailed, Tiago. So I've taken, my own little personal notes just to remind me, but that it all comes through Adrian, obviously, as chair of this meeting. But yeah, I've heard quite a lot of detail. It's clear you're feeling, or we're feeling, overwhelmed. So I'm assuming that, once we convene this meeting, that we will have a further meeting ourselves, and you will hear back.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Manon, for joining us, and Annie as well, Jerry and Adrian. Thanks so much for listening. I'm sorry for this confusion and over feelings, but
no, that's
fine.
fine.
I'm feeling now, so I'm sorry for that.
That's fine. As Anne said, you feel overwhelmed as well, and that's very normal. As you said, when you're stuck away from home in the middle of the current situation, it can be very, very difficult. It can be difficult for us all, but this can obviously make things feel a lot more difficult as well for you. So thank you for taking the time to discuss everything with us today, explaining everything in your own words. It gives us a clearer picture than just to, let's say, read it from the paper. So that's why we thought this would be a very useful way of getting a better idea of what was happening as well. So I thank you for your time coming here today as well to explain everything with us. I understand it might not be very easy for you to do, so I thank you for that as well. And as Anne said, we'll have a further discussion on this, of course. And in the meantime, then we will see what we can do for you. Okay?
Okay, just a question. The group that I create in the platform, I spoke with Manon before this in the office, like the new features. Can I invite you as a members, just like to see the structure and exactly the structures that I was using for the platform?
Yeah, that's obviously to give us an idea of what you were involved in through the course.
And also, is everything inside of the Dorset domain? So it's nothing outside, nothing external. So is everything means everyone can see that. So is it right there?
That's fair enough.
I'm going to update you as a member.
That's no problem. Yeah, that's fair enough, Tiago. Lovely.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so once again, thank you for your time, Tiago, and I hope everything will be okay for you. And we'll be in touch anyway. We'll discuss everything again, of course, and we'll be in touch with you, obviously, following all of the discussions. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So have a lovely weekend then, and take care. All right?
Take care.
Thanks so much. Thank you, guys.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. See you. Bye.